When we talk about the workforce in our existing industry from a recruitment and an existing industry, we talk about Wiregrass, we talk about AMG, we talk about our school systems. Well, when I'm working with those existing, I'm going to them to say, what can you do for my existing industry to having a problem? I think about call centers. One time I worked with a call center one time, and they were having a problem with translation. They had call centers in California trying to translate South Georgian to California. And our numbers are not matching up with other call centers throughout the United States. And it is because the Californians are not understanding the dialect of the South Georgian and translating words when they were typing out. So how could I work with our technical schools to get a program to work with getting that done? So that's what I do from the existing industry. That's just one example. Or maybe it's power with utilities. So that's something that I do. BSU and how I work with BSU and what their programs are. Not to just kind of that. There's a lot that I do. So that's on a local level. From a state level, I work with my utility companies, and I work with the state of Georgia, and I work with those state universities as well, the university, and I work with all the technical systems. To kind of grow that a little bit, when we talk about projects, I know sometimes we get caught up in how do you get projects from a recruitment standpoint. And I'm talking to somebody today. Projects come to us from all different levels. They can come to me from the state of Georgia, they can come to me from a power company, they can come to me from a site consultant, and when they come to me, I am not lying to you. When they come to me, I'm looking at you because you don't think out. They can come to me as a project team tab. And it's going to come to me as a project team tab, and it's going to come to me as the name of the contract is going to be just in case. And I'm going to team tab just in case. It's got really your name and really project team tab. And it's going to say to me, it's a manufacturing project, and it needs 50 acres, green site, X amount of power, and it is going to use X amount of water. Are you interested? Well, yes, I'm interested. So then I send in my project. And I might call the project manager, and I might say, this is one. This is all you got. Give me a little more. No, sorry, that's all I got. You want it or not? Yes. And it may tell me it's aerospace. It might give me a little bit of a background of what that industry is. But it's not going to be any more than what the target industry specified in this handout that I just gave you. And that's it. So I did, and I say, yes, we're interested. So I get a call back. It says, great, you've made it to the top 5. Okay, well, great. Is it still project team tab, or is it still just in case? Yeah, that's all I asked. You still want to go? Because you're now in the top 5. Well, yeah, but can you give me a little bit more information? Are you still in the aerospace industry? Do you still need anything? No, that's all I asked. You're now 5, so I'm going to commit to you, and I'm bringing project team tab, just in case, and I'm bringing the CEO, that's now John Doe, a site consultant. And so I'm like, are these really their names? And are you going to tell me anything else? And that's all I know until they get here. Now, when they get here, they might give me a little bit more. And then they're going to go on the plane, and they're going to leave again. So it might be next week. It may be next month before I ever get a call back, before I even know what happened. And then they're going to call me up. Great. You have made it like this. You are now one of 2. So are you still project team tab? Yes. So I still have just in case and John Doe. At that point, they may say to me, okay, we're both. And we now need to sit down with the city engineer. So it just took me about 6 months to find out that that was going, and it's probably more than a year before I got there. But see, I get projects, but that's how long
the bigger the project, the more secrecy these things are shrouded in. And if it is a void, you're probably not going to even know that it's been at that stage. In addition to that, if they do disclose any information, they're going to make us sign a confidentiality agreement.
Right. And so they make us, when it does get to the point where we get to the engineer that we're the voting, and we get to the point where I have to bring people to the table, and they're going to tell me who they are, I have to sign a non-disclosure statement. And then everybody in the room has to sign it as well.
And would you please elaborate on some of the reasons these projects are shrouded in secrecy?
Well, let's say, for instance, and I can relate to this coming from Albany, and working with super tires, and that's Chevron. Let's say it's a super tire, and they're closing a plant here in Albany, and they're relocating it to Valdosta. Well, do you really want word to get out that they're closing the plant in Albany to open one in Valdosta? So a lot of times, there's a lot of reasons for secrecy. It's employees, just a sensitive issue that is employees. It's market data, meaning it is past information. So these people, if it's selling and they're opening up to us because they're building a new product and equipment, there's no way they're letting anybody know why they're opening the plant. And it's because they're growing their product by XYZ and implementing a new, because they're so hands-on. So it has a lot to do with market secrecy, patent information, and things like that, and the competitiveness within the market. So, anything else you want to add?
Additionally, and perhaps more importantly, they may opt for the number 2 choice.
Right.
We may literally cause them to go elsewhere.
Isn't it what we call espionage type thing? For lack of a better word. They go to the next city over, the wrong person get it. Go to the next city over and sell that situation. They get a finder's fee, and they'll do it. They'll bring them in there for a little bit less, and they'll structure it so that it's more enticing.
And that's more often true than not, because you'll find a lot of these people, I was just at a conference talking about these things, where a lot of these takes their bargaining. And we want to be more confidential because we don't want that to happen. So we don't want them to know that they're looking at us. We don't want them to know that, because I want to have more, I want to keep my eggs in the basket. I want to have my, I want to know, I want my, whatever I'm trying to say, I don't know what to say.
I have a question about that. When I had daughters that growing up, I raised a couple of daughters, and I sort of told them to be choosy and not to take any date that came along, but to play a little bit hard to get. And they could set the parameters for what they wanted while they were dating. So if Long County Valdosta is seeking a suitor, shouldn't we play a little bit hard to get and say we have these standards and we prefer to have, say, clean energies rather than private prisons or dirty ones?
Well, Gretchen, I'll answer that in a very blunt way. You'd be awfully proud of the kind of manure that we've actually ran away from this community.
Well,
A lot of it.
wouldn't that be a good marketing thing, though, to tell us what kind of stuff you've run off from us? I mean,
Well, I think that would be what we're moving towards. And I think, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Roy, to say that is something that we are definitely moving towards, and why we have a new position that is moving towards a better public relations and communication strategy than what we've had in the past. So I think that are going to push the direction. So, I think, okay, we're talking about
We don't look at ourselves as the ugly sister.
good, because I don't look at us as the ugly sister. I mean, we're super duper here, and we should demand that only super duper dates us.
I have a question. When those